Daft Punk.
Let's give it to him.
I like
So
some of
good.
their stuff.
Daft
Not get
Punk
lucky.
and MGMT, classics of my childhood, I think.
Wow.
MGMT, also
Really
very good.
Really, really good. I'll be sad when they... We might get copyright for that. That was too good. that was so good. We might get copyright for that.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back to the PMH podcast.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
For episode 8. Episode 8.
Episode 8, yeah.
Episode 8.
Episode 8. God,
Almost near the 10, almost near the 10th of a century.
The Big 10.
the
Big 10. Double digits. Remember them days?
God.
I wonder where
I
we'll
think
be.
we've only just hit double digits on our vlog and we've been doing it for like a year. So we're doing
Yep.
quite good in the podcast.
Yeah, podcast is so much easier
We don't
to
have to
edit.
go anywhere.
True. It's pretty hard to vlog at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I think we're...
Well, we're kind of, for you guys, it's just, you don't want to see our vlogs right now because life's boring, you know. We're just in the office doing office work.
Yeah.
which is very boring.
Yeah.
I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to film it.
Well, we quite literally sit in that room for 5 days, for 8 hours a day,
Yeah.
and
Doing websites, planning social media stuff.
so much planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Quen's been hella good on the
Documents.
board, on the
Yeah.
whiteboard. You know,
Yeah, we got a
Yeah.
new whiteboard. Yeah.
Yeah, all the
He loves
tasks
it.
laid out.
We'll add a picture of the whiteboard in.
But yeah,
We'll
we
blur
do-
it out so you can't see our
we haven't
crucial
bought him a new
data.
chair yet, but we bought him a whiteboard.
We're doing the odd shoot, but it's just like, it's so... We're mostly focused on social
There's
media.
no point
and-
vlogging one shoot per week.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think this week, because it's nicer weather, we'll get out and about.
Might go on a
More.
little photo challenge.
Yeah,
websites
exactly.
have been our saviour
Bread and butter, really.
through this
Bread and
period.
butter.
Bread and butter
With
pudding.
2 T's. Sorry.
Okay. Butter.
Butter.
Butter. Butter
and
with
butter.
2 T's.
Butter.
The Queen's English.
The Queen's
Yeah, yeah.
English, eh?
Yeah, no, without that.
Yeah, so without
Yeah.
that,
Am I not pronouncing my T's?
you're doing to me.
I have a lot of people say
I
I'm
think
posh
this
as well.
week, take a little inspiration from Artworks.
Yeah.
Even though we're not doing loads of shoots, we'll get out and about. We'll just,
I think
Just
it's
keep
good to
spirits high.
do stuff. You know, we'll probably go for a walk later. We do a lot of walks here.
As you
Chat
can see,
about
I don't know
stuff.
if it's going to be overexposed, but lovely countryside with some nice views. And some
Yeah, I
great-
woke up this. I don't know. I've already told you, but I woke up this morning, and then when
It's
you
always
naturally, when you naturally wake up. I actually thought I was like, shit, did I not set my alarm last night? And it was only 7:30.
Yeah.
I had a similar thing this morning. 6:30. Thought it was 10 o'clock, and I was very late. I mean,
Because it was too nice and too bright.
but also my neighbours.
Yeah.
Whoa. Why do we have
For
two houses?
for a quiet countryside to have that much going on at 6 in the morning is pretty.
I mean, I feel like my neighbours have always building work going on. That guy
Ever
has.
since I've been coming here.
Yeah, this guy has just not finished with his house. Also,
He
he-
pretty much built he should have just built a new
so
one.
my neighbour has 7 cars, and he's been leaving them all out on the road, and they've all
Are they
got,
all his cars?
yeah,
Oh right.
and they've all got very sensitive car alarms. All night, car goes past.
Sets them all off.
And-
but then no,
Earmuffs,
no,
mate,
no offense
earmuffs.
to him, but to be a car collector, you'd think that like you'd have to get cars beyond a certain threshold for it to be worth it. Then are they the ones parked up
Well,
along the side?
he's got 2 Porsches. He's got a Mercedes SLS. He's got a
Oh,
Range
okay.
Yeah,
Rover.
that's pennies, mate.
No. Okay, fair enough. I thought you meant like these
He's got an old Land Rover.
these crappy ones pulled over on the
They're
side.
quite, that's the Land
He's got a
Rover's
GT. He's got a Volkswagen GTI.
Oh, has he got that Defender that's really nice?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
you should
jack
see
up
the
one.
lights on it, right? He's got.
Are we
so
going to
he's-
need to buy it?
Yeah, it looks sick. It makes
Cool.
it puts the Otterworks one to shame, unfortunately.
Oh, I don't
No
know.
offense,
But they
boys.
got the decal on it though. So.
Yeah, they've got the decal. This guy, no, he just has these fat floodlights that, like, honestly,
the ones on the top. Or the
yeah,
ones
they
in.
go. You can see him coming from like a mile
To be
away.
fair, when you're driving down these roads at night and there's literally zero visibility.
I'd love that. In my old car, especially, the lights were so dim that if it wasn't on full beam, then you'd have to I'd have to slow down.
I see. The thing is, have you seen car lights now? They're
Hurt.
too bright.
They hurt, mate.
Too bright.
I feel bad. Yeah.
Shall I tell you worse than that? Is when you've
Cars.
got when you've got a cyclist
Oh wow.
and they have
Here
these.
we go again.
No. They,
They
have,
have
these
very bright lights now. those
Mm.
too bright, but to the fact it's actually more blinding than a car with full beams on.
It's a
Yeah.
tricky one because they are trying to make you not run them over.
Get off the road.
I get that, but
If I was a cyclist, I'd want to get a light that I think would make me
give me the best possible
super
chance of being
the flashing
seen.
ones need to get banned. I don't know if they're banned already, but the flashing lights on the side on the bikes need to get banned.
Why?
So
I
annoying.
get the flashing on the back.
red. And flashing white.
I find being blinded more annoying. And
Than
I feel
being
like
flashed.
because I can't actually see them because I'm so blinded that I feel like I'm gonna hit them
But
more.
also, what if someone has, mild epilepsy? Okay, I know if you have epilepsy, you shouldn't be
Mild.
driving.
Mild epilepsy, yeah.
But they could still affect.
essentially a
you.
strobe light. Just whack one of those up in your room, play some drum and bass. You sorted.
Some of them are awful. Though.
Yeah.
Some of them, I don't know. I mean, I would get into cycling, but everyone hates you. I feel like if you, I just want to do cycling to in a more interesting way to exercise.
In my kind of in my hierarchy of sports, it's kind of down there with rowing.
Yeah, but it's not.
Quinn,
I wouldn't.
You just don't like sports.
I wouldn't.
That's not true. I love
I
sport.
wouldn't. I'm not doing it for a sporting reason. I'm just doing it. I want to do it for exercise, getting out there, getting moving, and it seems like something that you can go see places while also exercising.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good. I used to
But
cycle a lot when I was
Everyone
younger.
hates you.
I used to be very into the road cycling.
I'm not getting
and it was fun. No, it was great. It was
I'm
fun.
never ever.
However, I
getting
think
micro.
I overdid it to the point where, I got bored
hate
of
it
it.
now?
Yeah.
Well, I think they should.
Expensive as well.
I've
just
also
hate-
got short attention span to sports.
I
I
also-
like to change.
yeah.
I really dislike the cycling mentality. The way they feel like. I feel
They
if you
feel
get
on the road,
if
they
you
own
get
the
to a
road.
red light,
It's oat milk.
don't
So good.
overtake.
You put oat milk in there.
I put oat milk in yours too.
Wow.
Couldn't
That-
find the soy milk.
No sugar. Is there no sugar in there?
There is sugar. Of course,
Who
there's
put the
sugar.
oat milk in?
Did I just no? Well,
Don't know whose oat milk.
Does
it
anyone
is.
drink oat milk here?
I think it might be India.
right.
Well, thank you, India.
Is it the
Yeah.
apple? The apple. What's it called?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, no, we've been using actually it's a little segue into that, but we've been using soy milk and oat milk a lot more.
What? Why have you been doing that?
Let's try it out.
India's been trying.
Is it more expensive? It is more expensive. Yeah.
It's not too bad, but it is more expensive. Yeah,
Mm.
but India's been trying to be changing up her diet a little bit and using more kind of plant-based stuff when she can.
Yeah. Fair
And I don't get me wrong. I took the piss out of her to start with because that's as a good boyfriend, that's what you do.
Keep the relationship strong.
Yeah, we take the piss out of each other for doing things. It's good. It's healthy. But actually, I've tried it and I quite
That's
like
really
some
nice,
of
yeah.
it.
Soy milk tastes of Play-Doh. Oat milk tastes of cardboard.
Do you know?
That's fact.
I've had soy milk with my cereal a few times.
Yeah.
now, and
It's alright.
been pretty good.
No,
I've been told to try oat milk, and I'm trying oat milk, and I can say that it's quite nice.
I just love milk too.
I
much.
love milk too. And you're
Yeah, but there's time and
preaching
place.
to the
But you
choir, but
can-
there's a time and place.
You can have sometimes normal milk, sometimes oat
Yeah.
milk. You can have it.
I'm not saying that I'm only going to drink soy milk
Yeah.
now or oat milk.
But
I'm going.
But doing
That did
sometimes-
taste a lot sweeter though. That,
Yeah,
Oh, but
well,
it's because we've
don't
now
put
we've
sugar in
now
it.
got these sugar cubes
Yeah.
back in stock.
back in stock.
Don't
yeah.
put sugar in next time when you do oat milk. I want to see what it tastes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, hello everyone. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Connor's kicking things off. We're
You're
going
kicking.
along with a similar structure as
Yeah.
last one.
Format as last.
As you will have seen the last one, the PMH Info Hour.
Yeah.
This will be a partial theme to most of our podcasts coming soon, where if we don't have an activity or a game show that we're going to start playing on the podcast,
Yeah.
we'll be doing topics, interesting facts, talking points to spark discussion.
I mean, I actually want to kind of carry on from our last
You're going
pod.
to keep segueing.
Just keep
I'm
segueing.
just jumping on that segue.
That's going to be the theme of the podcast.
What,
now.
segue?
Segue. No, I'm going to
Do you
actually.
want a swagway? Have you ever had
Swagway.
a swagway?
I've been on one. Love.
Can't do it.
Never
Can't
been
do
on
it.
it.
They're really fun.
I've never tried it. I've always wanted
I've
to.
tried it twice, and
Can you not
it's-
do it?
No, I can do it, but I just don't
Do you
feel
know?
like
I
don't feel comfortable.
Whenever I imagine Brad on one of those, I just imagine him go.
First
flat
time,
first.
obviously. Second time, it was fine, but I just felt like I'd rather be on a skateboard. I'd rather have full control than literally just tip a
I
little
can-
bit forward and just
Again,
go,
you on a skateboard? I can't
oh,
imagine
mate,
it.
so I find skateboarding great. Longboarding
Skateboarding's
as well.
great, yeah. Longboarding's the most satisfying.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I used to longboard all the
Yeah.
time.
Sorry, Connor.
So no, I quite like
We'll
this.
swag way back.
But I'm going to continue from one of my last topics in the last podcast of the NFTs, the non-fungible tokens.
Yes.
So over the weekend, they hit headlining news again
Mhm.
as the Nyan Cat GIF sold for $560,000.
Bit of meme
Bit
like
of meme news there
fossil,
for you.
a fossil
I
meme.
mean-
What is the
You know the Nyan Cat.
Here we
The
go.
thing, the Pop-Tart cat with the
So-
rainbows. You know what
Oh
I'm talking
yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah.
So
I'm not going to repeat the.
So someone owns that.
Yeah, for $560,000. That's ridiculous.
You laugh, but in 20, 30, 50 years, people will look back on that as a piece of
yeah,
like art history.
I get that, but then there's
So-
also. Do you not think there's also the
'Cause I
chance
reckon
that
people used to laugh at
Mm.
paintings that famous painters used to do back in the day that now we have in the Louvre.
I don't know about that. Memes are.
So
I
the
think
m- they
memes
call
might be
it-
might be
A
just
flash in
like
the pan.
yeah.
So why have they been going on for the last?
yeah.
10,
Mate,
12
meme
years.
is the way. Meme, because look at there's like
Has Elon
meme
Musk-
advertising agencies now.
Yeah.
You are right. Yeah.
Elon Musk is a meme
What's-
dealer. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the one dude with sign on Instagram?
dude with the sign.
That, he
That's like a
works.
global phenomenon for the last year.
He works for Jerry the Cat,
Yeah.
a marketing agency in New York.
No,
and
is that? Did it used to be called Fuck Jerry? Is
fuck
that-
Jerry. That's
Fuck
it. No, so not Jerry the Cat.
Yeah,
fuck
fuck
Jerry. No,
Jerry.
you're right. Sorry about that. I do. Thanks. For
They
fact-checking me.
got sued for using that print, and it's like purpley blue, and it's in a line, and it's normally on styrofoam cups, but they have it on. The guys that made. I'll try and.
But so fuck Jerry. They're quite literally a meme advertising agency. They only
They
use.
started as a
Yeah.
meme page, and they got bought by.
And it was just two guys in college, and now they're.
Mate, they were
deal worth
all they
so
did
much
was
money.
steal memes off people that were when they were small, and then repost them on their account, get loads of likes, got loads of followers. They
Yeah.
started doing advertisements because brands wanted to get on meme pages because they were like, there are millions.
There's a
of
lot of
people.
traffic. Yeah.
Again, it's now kind of coming under like guerrilla advertising. It's not
Mm.
like direct advertising because people don't like being advertised to anymore.
They like being like subtly.
It's
Well, the person's the people are the product. The audience
Yeah.
is the product.
They were the ones that
memes are
started Fire
relatable,
Festival.
aren't they? So you
yeah,
know,
I do love a good meme.
And if you don't know, I've heard
But like
people-
that cat one, it's just the what's the meaning behind it? Why is that one?
Do you not remember the video?
No.
Oh my god.
So,
where have you been?
the
mate?
Nyan Cat anyway, the creator of the widely popular Nyan Cat decided to celebrate its 10th year anniversary by selling a digital asset known as an NFT, a non-fungible token at auction. The sale hosted by the new NFT marketplace foundation pulled a whopping 300 Ethereum coins. So that's kind of what was,
Jesus.
which roughly estimates to around $561,000.
Can I interject?
Damn.
quickly?
Yes, you can.
Do you know how many views that the original Nyan Cat YouTube video has?
No,
185 million views.
Jesus. And that's like 185 million isn't actually a lot.
But for
Considering some of the for a meme though.
yeah. But like
I mean,
as,
if
a,
you
as a YouTube video.
But if you think Gangnam Style has 2 billion views,
But that's like a music video.
Yeah.
People watch, like this is just
Yeah.
a meme that was posted on.
Seriously, is that it?
Do you not remember this?
No.
Do you not remember this?
What, is that supposed to be funny?
No, it was just in the early stages of memes. Do you not remember it? I can't remember.
No. God damn it.
It was
some people
posted
are
in
sad.
2011, which became an internet meme. The video merged a Japanese pop song with an animated cartoon cat with a Pop-Tart for a torso, flying through space and leaving a rainbow trail behind it. It was, mate, I can't believe you don't know about that.
Well, no, I recognise it,
Yeah.
but I'm just like, really?
Really? Yeah, but it's just like a piece of...
There's gonna be demand for that.
Oh, that's annoying. Nah, it's back on.
Yeah. That's
you
bad.
know that that could make upwards of 300 million.
That
180 million views could make you upwards of 300
And there was
million.
2 ads on that before I
Yeah.
watched it.
The-
Both non-skippable ads.
Sorry?
you could make upwards of 300 million on
Dollars.
dollars
Off
off
180.
180 million views, depending on how many places you're using it.
Yeah.
So you get
That-
£2 per
No,
view.
no,
Well,
no,
what,
no,
just a bit
because
less?
if you're using it across multiple platforms and you're averaging it out, that's how you could make
Yeah.
upwards.
And bear in mind, it's just got sold for like the guy
Yeah.
that made that.
300.
How
I
did- who-
can't believe
Who owned that meme?
He
Who
made
s-
a million off of that.
Who sold it?
Did
Some guy.
so the guy who created it. So
Yeah.
he's
Japanese
They
guy, I'm
think he's
guessing.
between his YouTube videos, between
Internet
Instagram,
usage,
he's
yeah.
made upwards of 300 million
and then
just on that
and then
GIF.
just sold it for.
And he just sold. No, not even the original. He just sold a copy for $560,000. So just one thing.
I really think the world's going insane.
Boys, let's
If
just
the guy's
let's
made
just-
300 million off of a bloody meme.
let's
Things
ditch,
are just
let's
getting
ditch
weird.
this business and let's just start making memes. I think.
Things are just going. Yeah, but we're too late.
No,
That's,
mate,
that's the
it's
thing.
never too late.
You need to be either the trendsetter or just so early in the
Who
trend.
says we can't be a trendsetter?
Mate, memes are like you said, they've been around for ages.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah,
got to
but
have some.
memes aren't going anywhere though.
Yeah.
No, but nor are these companies that already do it.
I mean, do you want to see how much fuck Jerry's worth on the valuation?
No, when I say not going anywhere, I mean
Then-
their dominance is just still
Exactly.
It's going
So
to
you
only get
can
bigger.
But
anyone can make a meme and then
Exactly.
repost it.
even in the
Exactly.
UK, though, I don't think there's a lot of
Do
meme advertising.
you
agencies.
remember Damn Daniel with the white?
And then
Yeah.
Think about that guy now is probably worth some money. He probably
he's
has
got-
some sponsorship with vans.
he's got a lifetime supply of vans. I know that.
Yeah,
and he from some guy literally making a video saying, "Damn Daniel, look at those white vans." Like,
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so not the digital token. Everyone's saying digital assets weren't going to be shit. Just got proven wrong over the weekend
Wow.
again.
Yeah.
What does?
So people,
People
in the
doubting
last
NFTs.
2 weeks, NFTs have grown huge amounts. You and me both know that. We try.
and next week.
But there's also something quite scary about the
Think about
rate of-
Logan Paul he made what, 3 million over
Yeah.
the weekend on them.
Yeah.
But there's also, could you not say that just due to does it not seem like because it's become such an immediately huge thing, when it could have been something before, just that there could be just like you have this in the stock markets all the time where people are like, this is the big thing, and it like
I think it's
high amounts of investment and it just crashes.
I think it's an adaptation of something that's been around for the last 10, 20 years maybe.
I do definitely think it has its place, but now I think too many people are probably going to jump on the bandwagon.
Okay, no, let
But-
me put it to you another
yeah.
way, right? 5 years ago, everyone said, nah, this is it for Bitcoin. It's done. Look at it now. It
Yeah.
went up to £40,000 a share.
And the
over the
things with
weekend.
NFT and people are saying NFTs are pointless. I guarantee those people used to collect Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, match attacks, baseball cards, and they are. I'd say they're probably more useless
Okay,
than
so
NFTs.
You're probably you don't
So it's
because
not like-
the quality can't be reduced.
So actually,
It's
like,
the only way that the quality could be reduced is if it maybe passed through so many hands, and the validity of the card on your phone could be questioned because of how many hands it would be passed through.
if anything, I think
Same with a physical card.
if anything, like this is actually one of my next points. But if anything, the market's still got to grow, and we haven't even reached the tip of the iceberg because. So actually today, there was a leak, but it's a bit of an announcement that Family Guy and Fortnite are going to be collaborating
That's
on
so good.
on NFTs, right?
How-
For within game, but you can also sell digital assets after.
They're going to be having Family Guy characters in.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
So now
Imagine that.
what you're going to be able to. This is where I'm talking about where NFTs are going.
It's
You're going to
not just-
start to have collaborations.
Yeah.
So you know how like in the streetwear market back in 2016, nobody did collabs.
Mm.
Collabs then became the biggest thing. Everyone thought it was going to be a phase
Who did it?
of 2 years, and now look at it. They still happen every single year, season on season. So NFTs,
season, yeah.
NFTs haven't even reached the point where
They're
they're collaborating. But now they are, and that's just a whole other market in
Yeah,
itself.
it's a good opportunity for synergy and everything.
So I think what you'll see from that is, I think you're gonna get this price. You're gonna get these ridiculous prices,
It will even
and it will come back down and even
happens
itself
with
out.
everything, doesn't
But
it?
that I think that's just a natural progression in the market.
maybe the like just the NFT market is not huge and has huge potential by itself,
but
with
with
the fact that it's open to synergy and it's open to
I don't think it
adapting.
can grow without it. I don't
sure,
think it
yeah.
can be as big on its own. Like you said.
But that's what these markets are so strong because
It's always going to evolve that way.
yeah, you're
right?
looking at some markets that just crash and burn because they're so closed off and think that the only way to do it is work within themselves. But when you work with other companies, maybe that don't even do
Well, look,
anything the same as you,
look
it
what
still
we
works.
did. Like we as a company didn't work. Brad, you and I,
Mm.
we worked on our own thing for like a while, and then realized if we come together, we can be bigger and better.
Exactly.
And I think that's a natural thing in
Mm.
business. People don't realize how good collaboration can be.
Yeah.
So you two are more creative than me, and you're able to
play
see.
music, that's
Yeah,
creative.
But the thing is but also in terms of
But I don't
like digitally and everything like
Mm.
that, I would say you guys are obviously much more skilled than me on that
Mm.
front. But because I just really struggle because I don't see the value in that.
Mm.
You
And
know,
this is the
This is the
the
problem
thing
we have.
So you've got people no, don't take. You're a linear thinker, right?
Yeah.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you don't think in the way that we think.
And we don't.
No,
think the way
100%.
So you cannot see the value of something. All you're looking at is you're saying, right, what is the monetary value of or how can this as a share make money, right?
Right.
And in our company, your whole point is to make sure the funds are running.
Yeah.
And we're running fine. We as digital creators, we can see the bigger picture behind it and what goes into
Just because
it.
you
And
put a lot of money towards something doesn't mean it's going to be great. Like,
yeah,
The thing that I always learn is from
Yeah, but this is it. But I'm always in this. I see like these markets grow and everything, and I find it good. Like I can find it kind of frustrating because I'm just like, I feel like these people are like pulling value out of their asses. Like it's just oh that's
and
just
you know what, you're right, because a lot of these companies get a valuation of 2-3 billion
And
and
it's like,
don't
how
really
do
have
you-
anything to show for
Yeah.
it. And I completely agree with you in the fact that there is so much overvaluation going on right now.
yeah.
And you're seeing it in the stock market as well, which you can
People
probably
just
agree
chucking
to.
random
100%.
numbers out. Yeah.
And people are going, they get a bit of capital and they get a bit of backing from and some equity
And
and
they
from
get
a load of
and then they
people,
get someone to value them.
and then they get a value of 2-3 billion, and
It's
then
like,
and then everyone's like, oh well, they're billionaires. No, no, they're
No.
not. You know,
Your
they're
company
just
should
Yeah.
be worth
they're
whatever.
valued at that. They haven't any. A lot of them never turn at any profit.
Yeah, it's like
a
that
lot-
money's not in their back pocket.
Yeah, and that's I think that's the difference between evaluation and actually how much these companies make. And the problem is now people are going off the valuations. They see it in the Financial Times or the Business Insider. They say, oh, Kylie's worth 2 billion, and
She
then
doesn't have a
everyone
bank
chucks
account.
their money at the stock market at it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't fucking do anything.
Mm.
No, the whole point for them to do that valuation, make it public, is so that they get more backing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because they're assumed to have more
It's
money.
not to actually, to say that they have that, and that's where the average Joe, the average person sees. I think, oh right, I'm going to chuck my money at it. Don't.
Yeah.
So it's not understanding.
Well, and also it's like if I'm going to invest my money, like when we're really well off, boys, and
Not
like
if-
and we all have some money, but like I'm talking about with my money is that I'm never going to invest in something like that purely from the fact that I don't understand it. I'm I'm only going to put my money into something that I actually feel like I know.
See, that's what I was going to say. The market is now moving. I feel personally that it's moving away from just going, oh my God, it's Jeff Bezos, let's invest in him, to let me invest in something that I care about and I would love to see grow and prosper.
Well, someone I know
It's the
is just
emotional, nostalgic, all of the feelings in investing and seeing something grow
someone
means more than being like, oh yeah, I made like $1 billion off investing in Amazon like 15 years ago. It's just like,
Yeah.
well, that's sick, but do you actually care about what you invested in? What does your money mean?
yeah. But that's where someone I know.
I'm not saying it's
I
a
won't
bad
say
thing,
their name,
obviously.
but like they obviously keep very up to date on the news and everything. They've just invested heavily into uranium.
Are you talking about yourself?
No. Mate, I would if I could. I don't think uranium's that cheap.
Uranium's going back to the whole natural
resource
resources, which is skyrocketing at the minute.
But also, it's like
Which is weird.
there's
It's so
there's
unpredictable.
something like 7 new nuclear power plants being made in China, and then there's
That's
a few around the world, and the demand for uranium has gone will increase.
What do
they're
you
predicting.
use uranium for
Patent,
apart from bombs and stuff?
Nuclear power
Nuclear
plants.
power plants.
Just nuclear power plants.
Yeah, nuclear
that
power.
do what?
Make power,
Just make power.
electricity.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know, mate. I'm just thinking about Homer Simpson sitting at his desk in the power.
Very realistic.
Do you know what the
Exactly what happens, to be honest.
the crazy thing about uranium is? We still actually don't understand a lot about it. We haven't.
Isn't it really unstable?
We haven't fully been able to harness the actual power of uranium. Because it's so dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know how nuclear power plants work, right?
No, do you know what? I can't say that I know how they work properly. I really don't. I didn't listen in science.
Oh, right. It's
So-
quite fascinating.
Go on
Is
then.
the Didcot one a uranium power?
No, that's
Steam.
that was a coal power
Coal
plant.
power
That's
plant.
gone now.
Yeah, it blew up, didn't it?
So it's to do with like the alpha particles and everything. Like, correct me if I'm wrong in the
You know,
comment
you
section.
have to leave a nuclear power plant for 100 years after you decommission it.
Is
Yeah.
Chernobyl
Yes.
nuclear power plant?
Yeah, you know they've encased
Obviously,
it.
that was a
they've encased.
disaster.
They've encased the whole thing in lead. No,
Yeah.
That's I watched. Yeah,
huge project.
Yeah, and do you know, like, they're gonna have to replace that It's already eating its way through.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's only going to last something like 40 years, and then they're going to have to replace it.
God.
But I actually watched a documentary about that. It's so sad that like the Russian soldiers that came in order to fix it.
Didn't they
So
all
not
die?
Russian.
Ukrainian.
No, what? Because it was under. No,
It was Soviet. Yeah.
It's in Ukraine, though, isn't it?
They got they got soldiers to come in and like try and fix it and whatnot, and then
they
something
took
like 98% of them are dead, and then 100% of them have
something wrong with them now.
serious condition.
Well, I saw some pictures of what it looked like when it was like just built, because they built a whole town, city around the power plant.
It was supposed to be like
metropolis. Like
I mean, they had
the perfect lifestyle. They had like
Well,
diners and
this was like
theaters
kind of height of Soviet power in the 80s.
making it all look nice.
They were building these big worker towns and
Trying to get people.
they
into
built
town.
fun, fairs, and because it was all
Public swimming pools, all of that stuff.
yeah, heavy investment. This is when they had a load of money, and
Well,
but unfortunately they cut corners. Russia cut corners a lot to save money because it was all it was all coming from
wasn't a thing back then.
yeah, it was all coming from Moscow, and a lot of these places weren't actually making any money, so they were chucking money at it just to keep it alive. So you had to cut corners, which ultimately led to a huge disaster.
Yeah, but but it sounds like they don't like the energy doesn't come from. Well, obviously, it does, but you don't generate the electricity from the uranium.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
The uranium. So you have lead. You have lead. So you have it like
Is
a
this
uranium.
the same as quantum physics?
No. You have a uranium pod, and then you've got lead encasing it, and you've got loads of uranium things, but then you've got lead in between it, so it can't react with each other. What they do is they lift up the lead, and then so the alpha particles bounce off, and it creates this chain, just like a nuclear bomb. It creates this chain reaction. But obviously, with they
keep
tightly control it with the lead.
So then
it generates heat. And then the heat turns the turbine. The heat then like boils water or something, creates steam, and it turns the turbine.
Is it eco-friendly?
Well, so this is the thing. So it doesn't produce any greenhouse gases.
Mm-hmm.
However, the half-life of a uranium pod is something like 100,000 years.
I remember half-life from chemistry.
Yeah. So basically, it's like
I don't know what it is. I remember that word.
So basically, what it's saying is its utility when it's first time being used. Like you generate a lot of electricity, but then so it kind of exponentially goes down, and then
you love the word exponentially. I've realised you use this a lot when we do the podcast.
So the utility of
it,
the utility of it exponentially slows down. So it's a curve like that. So when it gets to the half-life, they then throw it out. But then the thing is, you've still got 100,000 years of it producing radiation, and then you've got to like put it in concrete, chuck it at the bottom of the ocean. But then who knows the side effects of that?
So
problem is we haven't had anyone live long enough to know what the effects are. So
and also, what if you end up with a big area of ocean just full of nuclear waste?
But if you think uranium's only been discovered, 100 years?
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
So what? It was Marie Curie, wasn't it? Well, it was the Curies discovered it.
That's mad. Imagine doing
and she used to carry uranium around in her pocket.
I heard.
But there's also a lot of discussion about because it's gamma radiation. Yes, it can cause cancer, but the thing is that we don't really know how often it causes cancer. But due to the fact
also
that
it depends it's all on your exposure time.
Yeah, but I could have a rod of uranium here, and the likelihood is that we won't get cancer because the gamma radiation will just be going straight through us, like our bodies are not.
But then you don't know because this is what killed Marie Curie. Like it wasn't instant. It was over
time because
she was eroding the cells.
Well,
that's immense.
So Elon Musk was talking about this as well. It's like when there's a nuclear blast, so that it actually, shoots off particles, and these particles are going straight through you, and that's what causes like a lot of the damage.
Jesus.
Like rather than it just being the radiation, there's actually particles that go through you.
Yeah. Wow.
Dangerous shit.
Yeah. Wow. That was a long first topic. How did we end up on nuclear?
What did you even say? What was your point?
Oh, we were talking about. You were talking. Yeah, we were
talking about Nyan Cat. We got to nuclear bombs.
Well, we were talking about the stock market and about how natural
resources.
It's like the Wikipedia game, isn't it?
How you just can you click on?
But it's like, on YouTube, when you end up in a wormhole, and
you just
before you know it, you're on watching guys build a pool in the woods.
Yeah.
bamboo at 3 o'clock in the morning.
You're
And you
like-
think, how the fuck?
Yeah.
You finally snap out of it and go, what?
Why am I watching Rey Mysterio
Well,
at
that's
Best
what-
Moments?
Well, did you see?
Or was it the Rage in the Cage?
No, did you see there was a woman? She campaigned to get rid of. There's no longer autoplay because obviously now it's an option.
Mm-hmm.
She did that because her I think it was her son got
she a
so
Karen? She's
addicted
probably a Karen.
to YouTube that he was just watching 6-7 hours a day.
My Karen radar is going off right now.
Yeah.
Right.
It does happen that
But there is YouTube Kids.
mate.
Put him on YouTube Kids.
Yeah, and all.
Like,
do you know what I saw
Don't
actually?
stop the fun for everyone. I like going.
Have
to
you
wormholes
ever
sometimes.
actually seen how the iPhones work under the child? You can literally lock your phone so they can't swipe off,
Yeah.
and it looks like
Yeah,
the
it's
control
mental.
you can put in on an iPhone now to control your kids
Because
is sick.
they want kids to have this technology, to grow up with the technology, to better themselves, but they need to have the ways
You
that
need
it's
to
gonna
learn to
also
not abuse
protect them.
technology.
And that's what Apple are finally putting those steps in place.
I think what the problem is, we now need to look at technology like an addiction and then as a health problem, not as it's kids will be kids.
Yeah.
We need to
there's a way to harness the information that it gives to you
without it ruining your life.
without
I personally
but
think
it's-
it's terrifying. Technology. Great.
Do you know
but
what-
but
do you know-
also,
but this is what happens throughout.
What
This is
freaks
life,
me
isn't it?
out. This really gets me is the fact that I had a younger cousin, second cousin, she's 3, use an iPhone like it's nothing. That freaks me out.
Yeah.
Why the
Yeah.
fuck can a 3-year-old know how to make a phone call,
I know.
text,
Yeah.
look
That's-
up something on the
Just
internet?
learn to wipe your ass and you're already like.
What was I doing at 3? I was wondering what my dick was probably. You know what I mean?
That's when we
Well said.
but what's this thing hanging off?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just finding the fine line because would you feel safe sending your kid off to go play with his mates when he's 6 or 7 and him not have a phone on him, depending if he got in trouble?
See,
Because we grew up like that for sure, but
I
would
know,
you go
I
outside
know.
now and go somewhere without a phone? Maybe if something
Yeah.
happened.
See, I get that, but I don't. I would like my kid to have a phone for the safety reason, but I don't want them to miss out on the great outdoors.
But then what about if
I
they,
grew up outside.
what about if they were getting bullied because they were the only one that didn't have a phone?
No, but I'd still give them the phone, but I just wouldn't want them to be spending all day, every day, just sat on looking at a screen. I loved growing up outside.
Yeah.
I spent
Yeah.
all day outside yesterday, and I was telling India, I was like,
This is, my
this is where we
childhood.
used to go here, and it was fun.
Yeah.
We used to get up to mischief.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think
Used to terrorize bin.
you've got to
fillies.
really find a middle safe ground.
Yeah. Anyway, we're half an hour in.
Also-
Brad, do you want to start with one of your points in a sec? Or
Just on that point, though, so kids that you grew up in the countryside like I did.
yeah, loved it.
It's great, but hearing my girlfriend who grew up in a town, we had completely different childhoods.
Yeah.
And you were literally 10 minutes down the road.
She always prides herself. It was great being in town. Easy access, all of this. But it feels like they kind of have it's quite limited of what you could do because you couldn't just go off because it wasn't safe. Or
There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people, so you don't know.
You
what
never
will
know.
happen.
Yeah.
Whereas out here, everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
So if you
Especially with you, everyone knows your parents.
If you're
Yeah.
with a suspicious man, it's going to be said.
It's going to get back to your parents pretty quickly, and I think that's the difference. I mean, I would, in my mind, love my kids to be able to go off and do and be able to trust people. But the world is obviously changing. It's not
Yeah.
it's unfortunately not as safe as it once was.
No, definitely not.
But going back to people on the phone, being on the internet is just as dangerous now,
Also thinking that
if not more dangerous.
maybe it's a little bit safer because the horrible people that I do pry on kids in the street, they're like, oh, maybe I don't want to go near that kid because he's going to take a picture of me on his phone because he's got a smartphone.
Yeah.
That sort of wardens people off as well. And the fact that the kid can just go, stop getting anywhere close to me, I'm going to call the police.
Well,
Yeah,
look
but if
how-
you're putting photos into it, there's also the fact that I watched this other thing that was on the news. That so many hotels and just kind of places where you stay the night, because it's so easy to take pictures. The amount of live streams that are going on. This was actually in Japan or something like that, but they're illegally live streaming people take like women going
yeah,
to the toilet
but
and
Japan
That's
has
just
the
not surveillance.
highest number of hidden cameras in
Yeah.
the world.
yeah, but it's
You
scary.
can't walk
You know
down the
the-
street without having someone without a camera having face
But also
recognition on you. Or is
in-
that China?
No, in London we are. Yeah, they have that in China, but in
Yeah.
London we have the most security cameras in the world.
Yeah,
So it's different. Obviously, it's the same camera, all cameras, but it's just the means of it being.
I'd rather
you
that.
can use it.
transmitted.
You can use it for good, and you. But the thing is that these bad people are always going to find a way to use it for
Yeah.
bad.
Mm.
Always.
Technology without whatever. There's always going to be bad.
It's never going to be
elements.
perfect.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
world
Yeah.
is going to be a bad place.
It is what it is,
Mm.
essentially, isn't it?
But like we say, it's learning how to use those.
And I
things.
think over time, when we get smart and we use this more often, it's going to
Yeah.
become more.
Yeah.
But imagine people talking about this like 10 years ago.
I know.
Or
It's
maybe a bit longer, because 2010 was 10 years ago.
I was actually talking
Crazy.
last night with my girlfriend, and we were saying about how we known like some of my closest friends, like Callum. I've known Callum for 20 years.
Yeah, that's mental.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I've known someone for 20 years.
Yeah.
I've been friends
He's
with
been
them.
in your life
Like that's just
way more than not.
yeah. Like that's just
Well,
weird.
20
to think.
years
Badly
compared to
said.
one.
Poorly said.
It's just weird to think, eh? But
It's almost a quarter of a century. Maybe.
bro,
25, 50. Yeah.
few
Yeah.
more years. Anyway,
You done? You done?
Sorry, take it away.
That was.
I don't
good.
want to
That-
interrupt you any longer. Feel bad enough.
All right, so we're going to kick things off with mine. We're talking about the sad, sad news that Daft Punk are splitting up after 28 years in the game. They did so in a video called Epilogue. Quite a correctly named video. Musicians Thomas Bangalata and Guy Manuel de Homen Cristo, dressed in their iconic helmets and suits, in the last video in the desert before one of them self-destructed.
It's I've seen it all on Twitter today. A lot of sad people, but 28 years is not a bad run.
Do you like their music?
Change the game.
Some of them.
100% change the game.
I like the stronger, harder
Yeah.
beat up
The little
stuff.
bass, techno.
But
house
that.
stuff.
I think they're
I'm not the
great. Don't
biggest
get me
fan.
wrong, but
Mm.
I'm not sad. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But I think I'll go through this. So they formed in Paris in 1993, and the group brought the French underground house scene into the charts with its hits like "One More Time," "Defunk," and "Around the World." Like "One More Time" would be if you're making a playlist to have a party or you're having a
Yeah.
little disco.
It's a
If
good
you
song.
don't put that song in that playlist, wrongin',
Yeah,
wrongin'.
we did listen to it the other night.
We did. Didn't we?
And so they're famously publicity. I can't even say it. Publicity. Shy. The musicians were seldom seen in public without their robot headgear and used processed, computerized vocals on almost all of their biggest hits to hide their voice. So they wanted the fame without
But they do.
the fame.
Do you know what they look like? I don't.
Exactly. But it's not about what they look like, because a lot
It's
of
about the
people,
music,
it's
man.
about the music. 'Cause a lot of
the
people are
music,
like,
bro.
oh, you're a fit, like blonde lady. You must be good at singing. It plays into the whole.
Well, it's
liking
kind
the
of like
music.
Sia, isn't it? She sang with
No Face.
Face for you, but you know,
Yeah.
Sia wrote.
So many songs.
She wrote half of Lady
Ghostwriting,
Gaga's
yeah.
big songs. Like
Ghostwriter. for
I think
so many
she's great.
people.
I just wish she could pronounce words a bit better.
no.
Bit more on Daft Punk. Their debut album Homework is considered a landmark in dance music, where they scored a worldwide hit in 2013 with the retro disco single "Get Lucky," featuring Pharrell Williams
Yeah.
and Nile
Yeah.
Rodgers, which is again one of the
She's
biggest
a
songs
blonde
ever
killer.
in the 2010 era
Yeah.
to the early teens in the 20s. Like
Well,
some of
yeah.
the best, most influential, famous, most watched, listened to,
Yeah.
streamed, like
They were great.
dominated dance music for so many years with
Yeah.
just little songs that just change and
Well, there we
influence
go.
so many people's lives.
Sad day. Eh?
They won a Grammy for Album of the Year in 2014 with Homework. Since then, the band have kept relatively low profile, although they collaborated with R&B star The Weeknd on two tracks. Can you name those two tracks?
No.
Blinding Nights.
Nope. Starboy and Feel It Coming. They helped write that.
Again, I'm not a big fan of The Weeknd, so. Not.
But you can't. I don't think you can deny that they are.
Yeah,
One
one
of
of the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easily
I think with their music influence, they've
done so much.
yeah, but
going from 1993 all the way up to 2016, making music, adapting.
Don't get me wrong. I think there's bigger stars who have more influence. However,
yeah.
But
Problem
is, it's the dance space, isn't it? Like that's
it's underground.
Like that's not all of our kind of forte.
No,
we like their more poppy.
Personally, I don't like their songs, but
Quinn
I
doesn't
respect
like any
them.
Quinn doesn't
music.
like any music.
No, I respect them, but no, Get Lucky. I was just what a horrible song, in my opinion.
Do you hate like children and nice things in life and flowers and the sunlight?
No.
That's all in a group. It's like I love the sun. I love this. I love sports. I love that. I love Daft Punk. I love. Get Lucky by Daft Punk.
From a musical point of view, he obviously doesn't like it, but
No, I think musically they're great. You look at Get It, Work It, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, Cleaner, Better,
That's
Faster.
yeah.
You look at that song. I think that's great. No, I think musically it's great, and I think that like One More Time, great. But I just think Get Lucky is just so like ugh. That's just so cringe.
So when I play it on the boat in a couple of weeks' time, you're going to be like, ugh, this is a horrible song.
Well, no, but this is the thing. I'm
like
good at
it resonates with good vibes, with getting lucky.
But also, like on a night out, I think that they're kind of like a club go-to, aren't they?
Well, that's the whole point. That's their whole objective.
You can have those guys in the club that are ridiculously drunk and are aggressive and about to beat some kid up. Get Lucky, or so Daft Punk song comes on, and they're like, God, this is a banger. Like, it's a song that
and they hold off from killing the kid for 2 minutes.
They love that song.
I really, really misevaluated this. You're right. If it saves children's lives,
exactly. you monster.
Yeah.
No, but I just think I like their music.
Look, Brad really likes Daft Punk.
Yeah.
Let's give it to him.
I like
so
some
good.
of their stuff.
Daft Punk
Get Lucky.
and MGMT, classics of my childhood, I think.
Wow.
MGMT, also
really
very good.
Really, really good. I'll be sad when they we might get copyright for that. That was too good. that was so good. We might get copyright for that. All right. Next point. Slightly more. I don't know.
Depressing?
Monumental. Slightly more monumental.
Go on then.
The Mars rover.
So cool.
Oh, it was so sick.
Presidents.
However, have you watched the video?
Yeah.
Right, it's so disappointing.
I know, but
it is so underwhelming.
what were you expecting?
I know.
Flashing lights, fireworks, like we're on Mars.
Do you want them to
baby.
send down like a drone beforehand to just be like?
I know.
Look upwards?
No, I need some establishing shots.
I would see. That's what I was thinking. It would have just been nice to have a nice wide. I'm not gonna lie.
A couple more shots.
Couple
just
ones
not
maybe on
just
the
one.
surface.
Well, I mean, they're spending how many billions on
I
this
know.
project?
I know.
Whack a GoPro on it.
Send it to Polar Media House. Let me put some titles over it. Let me put some transitions in there. Come on.
I just think it's a big occasion. You could have made the video a little bit more interesting. If you're trying to get the next generation into space, you're not doing a very good job.
But
because
we're in bloody Mars. This
I
isn't
know.
like the moon.
It's
The moon
sick,
is here. Mars is London.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculously far.
Probably.
Well,
further
it took
than that.
7 months to get there. But have you seen? It's not just a rover this time.
Yeah, it's like
There's a helicopter as well.
Yeah, it's like a drone. They've got like a little drone.
Do you not see this?
No.
Have you not seen how it works? Sick.
Sick, mate.
So cool.
All right,
Yeah,
so
but
we're
I watched the video and I was thinking that's awesome because it's like that's actually
Yeah,
Mars.
Well,
Like
who knows?
when that
Could-
small
could-
dot in the sky.
Mate,
that's what
could
we're
be a
looking
green
at.
screen.
Oh, mate.
Could be computer generated, just like the moon landing was.
You know, it's all rust.
joking.
You know, Mars is red because it's just all rust.
Yeah, it's just dust and rust and dusty rust.
It's all rust.
Dusty rust.
Rust.
You know, they landed in a crater that they think used to be a lake. So they're what do you call it? They're just surveying the land that they think used to be a lake to see if there was water, to see if there was life forms, to see if aliens do indeed exist.
Well, they're also looking for apparently underground. There could be water underground.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. Like underground springs and stuff like that. This is mental. I'll put the video up here.
But yeah, it's kind of
That's mad. For audio listeners,
It'll be easier to fly on Mars as well because there's less gravity.
For audio listeners,
Yeah.
just Google or YouTube. The first ever Mars helicopter is Ingenious on YouTube by CNET.
Although there's less.
But yeah, it's
the air's thinner there, so it'll have to spin really, really fast. That copter, won't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, you'd hope that they would have
thought about.
They would have thought about this.
Oh yeah, you know they.
You know, that's
No. NASA.
But that is bloody cool.
Now,
And is it solar powered?
No, it would have to be.
American Space Agency NASA has released a stunning video of its Perseverance. Why is it called Perseverance? Though they tried it so many times that they're just like,
Well, 8 times hasn't it crashed trying to crash on the surface, like landing on the surface. They've had 8 different crashes.
So there's
So
7
I think it's
cameras.
something like that.
7 cameras which dedicated to recording the landing. The imagery represents vital feedback for engineers. They look to improve. Still, further technology is used to probe the surface of the red planet.
You got to keep your mic closer to your mouth, bro.
What? Don't tell me what to do. The UAE has also sent the satellite Hope when it has entered the planet's atmosphere.
I just think it's
So
so
the United
cool.
Arab Emirates to get a piece of the party.
I'd sign up for a 2-year stint at Mars.
No, you wouldn't.
That's one of the, I
So-
genuinely would.
I'm not sure Charlotte would be happy with that.
Well, I was talking to her about this the other day. She
What, you
says she
going?
wouldn't want to be the first, but would
She'd
do
want
it
to go.
for 2 years and then come back.
Yeah, it's like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, us.
So, little fact for you: a large proportion of the 50-odd missions launched towards Mars have
50.
been lost or failed due to component failure. So 50. That's not. I don't know. That's
Total.
including probes.
Is that just
telescope.
Or just in total?
In total, I believe. But I think NASA have been the leading
They are always the lead. Well, I mean, as much as we know, they're in the public eye the most.
on the Mars kind of side of
Because
things.
India do it as well. Russia's doing
Yeah,
it. But we never
whereas
really hear about that.
China's focusing heavily on the moon.
The moon.
Well, they're trying to mine on the moon, so that's why they're focusing on that.
Mm.
India are focusing on the
Have
moon.
you watched the video of when they landed and the reactions and the reaction from?
Yeah. Well, because you know,
home?
there's the 7 minutes. They call it the 7 minutes of hell, where for 7 minutes
They
they
lo-
had
they-
zero communication.
They didn't know what was happening.
but they didn't know what was happening anyway.
But
so-
have you watched the video?
Yeah.
Is that because there's a 7-minute latency?
Yeah. But also when it's goes through the atmosphere, it loses signal completely
Until it gets on the ground.
until it gets onto the ground.
With probably there's so many external. But I watched.
so many different factors.
I watched that video when it breaking news on the BBC. I got the notification. I went on the video. I watched the video and I literally got goosebumps.
Mm.
Yeah,
I,
but it's
I,
like
I,
that.
I went. This may be insignificant, but I feel like this is a part of history.
We've sent something.
To Mars.
Just think about it.
We didn't know what Mars was like 100 years ago or whatever. Like, no, we definitely did. We didn't. We
couldn't confirm
we
it. could
couldn't confirm it. We didn't have any. There was something in the sky, and we went Mars, but we couldn't. It was unfathomable to think that we'd be getting to Mars 100 years ago.
Yeah, I think it's well. Actually, no. That a lot of people thought that we'd be already traveling to like around.
Did you see something? It was like in 1920. Oh, in 100 years' time, we'll have flying cars and brain chips and all of that. And it's like 2021 now. People in the UK can meet outside with one other person from their household. It's just
Yeah.
like, we've come so far.
So communication from Mars can take anywhere from 3 to 22 minutes to get back to Earth.
Jesus Christ. There's so
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
But it's like,
Why is that such a big difference? Because 3
well, I guess
and
it's just
22 minutes
It's just so
is a huge time. Is a huge.
well,
time
I
difference.
suppose
must have
I
done-
suppose
I
it's to
think-
do with kind of because light, if I remember correctly, light takes about like 3 minutes to get from Mars to here. So it's 3 light minutes.
Yeah.
And then also it's like, so you've got that, and then you've also got the amount of data being transferred.
Yeah.
What kind of file size is
Well,
recording in?
Now you've said that.
And then Black Magic Rules.
Actually, hearing Elon Musk was talking about, how he launched his
The
first
car.
Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's crazy. Imagine.
the video records from the Tesla in 1080p.
Pretty shocking if you
and
ask me.
they're about 3 megabytes of file. So whatever that could take. I think he said about 10 minutes that can take to get.
Yeah,
to
but and
Earth.
also remember that's
So do
just
you
an
think-
orbit.
Yeah.
That's probably not far away. Like, well,
Yeah.
in the grand
So
scheme
the
of things.
closest approach, the fastest recorded speed was 3.3 minutes.
Wow.
3.03
Yeah, they probably did a
minutes.
test. They
182
probably did a
seconds.
couple tests, and the shortest was 3 minutes, and the longest was 22 minutes.
Yeah.
So when it's somewhere in between there.
But have you seen him talk about his new about Starlink and how he
Mm.
thinks we're going to be able to get gigabytes
Mm.
of data a second? But then obviously it's going to be different in populated areas.
yeah, he said he tested it on his mate's house, and he gave them Starlink or whatever.
Yeah, have
and
you
then he
seen
went.
people hacking into Starlink on YouTube?
No.
People are too smart these days. I swear.
Yeah,
It's
people.
crazy.
So obviously,
people need to slow down.
so they've started launching the Starlink satellites, and people have been hacking into them to try and get quicker.
Just wait your turn. Is your internet that bad? Like, how bad is your internet?
No,
that you're
these are just proper geeks, aren't they?
They just
But
I want
that's
something
something they have to be seriously concerned about. Hacking is.
But surely they
you
would have
know.
thought about that.
If people can hack into satellites, like that's
My face
Well,
is
I
impressive.
suspect they're going to get like support from the government and get some like military grading.
Well, I don't know. Does
encryption
the government like it? What they're doing?
shit. Otherwise, they wouldn't let them up.
I think. Do you know why the government like it? It's because they can then keep a track on everyone.
True.
Because-
true. So if they sell it to them, yeah. I mean,
Because if you can get coverage over the whole world
yeah.
through an American-based company, it's like China with 3G, isn't it?
Yeah, they've taken over the world.
Everyone's using those satellites. Everyone will be
How can
using
we
those
take over the world?
satellites.
How? Oh, what in England?
No, just us.
Just us three.
What are we gonna do?
Content.
Just take over the content.
I don't know.
But yeah, I would love to go to space at some point.
Yeah. So
the
would I.
moon, Mars. I just want to go.
I see the
Yeah.
the 19-year-old who's training to be the first human being to go to Mars.
First female.
No, first human.
Yeah.
She's
She's
gonna be
19?
yeah, she's 19. She's been training since she was 14.
How old
With
is-
NASA.
Yeah, she's the youngest person to ever pass the
NASA
astronaut exams.
Have you seen what they have to do?
Yeah, she's.
Oh my.
Someone
God.
did a comparison, saying of Kendall Jenner to her, and saying this is so Kendall Jenner is seen as the epitome of beauty. Yet this woman, also, quite an attractive.
I was about to say,
Like she's not-
no disrespect, no, not gonna make any assumptions.
Yeah.
Oh come on, we should be allowed to say.
Let me have-
I'm not saying
She's
taking
good
anything
looking.
away
She's
from
good
her.
looking. Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from it, but I'm just saying it would be seen as I don't even know.
I'm so. Why didn't they pick me?
You're probably too
So
tall.
jealous.
Probably too tall.
I probably am too tall. That's so sad.
I mean, do you want to? I can take some of the height.
I wanted to be a fighter pilot.
too tall.
If I pull the ejector seat, my limbs will blow off.
Is that what they said to you?
Well, I mean, there's a
Seems a
good chance of it. Apparently, my head will could go like.
It's not terrible.
Man, I'm so jealous of her.
I like
Yeah.
the
I like it.
overall.
Also,
I think
but
it's cool.
she's got so much pressure on her now. It's
Yeah.
like I've pretty
Gotta do
like,
this.
could be a
Like-
suicide mission.
Yeah,
I've
like,
been
I've
trained since
gotta
I was
do this.
14
Yeah.
and shit.
She's like quite.
How old did she start training?
She's 19. She's been going to space camp since she was like 14.
Jesus.
So like she has been training for this. her whole
With
life.
NASA.
Yeah. So she goes to NASA space.
'Cause you
camp.
can do
she's
space
the,
camps,
She's
yeah.
the only person to attend every NASA space camp, I think.
What from like grade 1 to like?
Not as in like she's literally been to every single one. As in there's quite a few different ones, and she's the only one to attend all of them.
Well, what from like the first introduction stage to like now?
No, like so some
There's
people.
different types.
There's different types.
Oh wow, so she knows.
So there's
everything.
like because obviously
ground
there's
force and there's
Yeah,
getting
like-
actually people
yeah,
go up
yeah.
into space and like.
so
wait, so she can do that?
Alyssa Carson attended her first ever space camp when she was 5 years old and graduated from the Advanced Space Academy program at 16, the youngest person to ever do so. Before the pandemic hit, the rising college sophomore had planned to spend a summer flying aeroplanes. The eventual goal to go fly to Mars. Carson is one of the smallest, one of the small group of young people who are already positioning themselves to be an astronaut in the U.S. next phase of space exploration. They are attending advanced preparation programs and building social media personas to put themselves on NASA's radar, with the eye towards being an astronaut to be sent to the red planet.
That gives me faith in humanity. I think.
Doesn't it?
Like, there's
You
actually
should have to
peop-
be there for 2 years.
Yeah,
Well, it takes like 6-7 months to get there,
and you can only have 6 months to come back.
and you
The
can only
sun-
have 6 months on the planet
6-month window.
because was it winter? They had the horrible winter.
No. They'd
No, we
have to
can
stay
stay
there.
there.
They'd have to stay there because it's to do with like where Mars is in relation.
Yeah,
to
I know, but they
Earth.
can only stay on Mars for like half the year. Cause
Well,
the
no,
other
the-
half of the year is like
By that
dangerous.
point, they would have figured. The whole point is they would figure out because you're stuck there.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
if even that 6-month window that we get there,
Yeah.
you have to stay there for 6 months.
No, for sure. Yeah.
So it could be, and like you would basically be sending a rocket for you
on when you get there.
when you get there.
Yeah.
It's all very. But Elon Musk said you would have to stay there for 2 years anyway.
Yeah.
Mad.
So I don't. We clearly do not know enough about this.
Something happened.
I love this talk where he was saying that you could warm it up, and then Joe Rogan was like, how would you do that? It was like long or the short way, and Joe Rogan was like, the short way. It's like detonate nuclear
Explosion.
bombs like, at
Around
the,
the- around
at the
the-
north and south pole.
Well, this is what he was talking about, like literally
Imagine
controlling their atmosphere.
by putting a
Yeah.
dome.
It's crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy.
See,
mate,
if they put a dome on there,
But because there's no oxygen, it might be quite possible
Mm.
to be safe. He was saying.
Well, if they do the dome, then the Simpsons predicted another thing.
Yeah.
Imagine you got there and just blew yourself up. You think, fuck.
How many people do you think have
More
died?
waste.
You're just landing the rocket. And
Yeah.
it just like topples over. You're like,
It just
crap.
blows up. It's just like, fuck.
Just one of those things, isn't it?
That's crazy. Quinn, go on. We're already almost at an hour. And we haven't got
You
to-
and me do.
Well, I mean, if I have one more point, but we'll let you do something.
Dude, I just love, mate, space just gets me in a mood.
It does.
What
I
kind
love
of
space.
mood?
No, just jealousy. I just want to see what it's like.
Space is a vibe, bro. I want to go to the space station. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can commit to Mars. That's-
Yeah, no,
that's
the
a
moon
fucking
would be
moon.
good enough. Like the moon would be actually probably better. Like because
Yeah.
jumping around, like woo.
I think like give yourself a few days. You go to the moon? It's a 5-6 day trip. Round trip.
cool.
Because it's 3 days to get to the moon and back. It's 6
That's
days in
not
total,
even-
isn't it?
that's
So that's
not
not. It's not even
Yeah.
like a week's holiday.
Should we do a weekend away?
Yeah.
It would be so cool.
Wouldn't
I just
it?
want to be like. There's something about being on a rocket. Look, just having. You know when you look.
Terrifies me.
No, mate.
Brad
just when you
doesn't
look
like
at it.
flying.
When you
How
look-
the fuck is he
I'd
gonna deal with a rocket?
I'd rather fly than go in a rocket. You're literally that way up. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, but or when you look beneath the rocket as well, at like just
Are you facing
at that
upwards or are you facing flat?
upwards. Why would
So
you be
you're li-
facing flat?
Yeah.
Oh.
What are you trying to do? Just blow up into a building? He's like, you're
And
not
also,
a
if
missile.
if you were flat, then all the blood would come out of your head and down into your body.
God, there's so much going on, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like with like it's not just like
No.
there's so many external factors you got to think about.
Yeah.
Did you see like when they
Have you got
when they went to the moon the first time and they came back, they quarantined them for a week after in in an airstream trailer. So
their bodies like
yeah, well no, they
morphed.
didn't know if there was anything on the moon that could kill us back on Earth.
but a week.
Yeah.
Like what is it like?
So they had obviously. So what happens is they had these quarantine suits that they had to put on before they landed. So they landed in the ocean, right? And on this,
Which one? Just any the first time they came back from the moon.
yeah,
Okay.
and
Armstrong and that. Dude.
yeah, and they had this. Do you know what an Airstream trailer is? You know those silver camper vans, camper
Yeah,
trailers,
yeah.
like famous six. Like
Do you mean airtight or airstream?
no, they're quite. It's called an Airstream trailer. It's they're a type of trailer. They're- I'll show you. They're literally called
okay.
Airstream.
Okay.
Like specialized for.
No.
this.
Airstream is just a type of.
Okay.
It's just a
right.
type of camper
Right,
van you can
right,
buy.
Yeah.
Not. It's not. I
Where-
know
where
just
we
because
showing it,
it's.
Brad?
I know it's
Mhm.
for.
Where are we gonna show it?
Oh, I can't bother to point anymore. I don't know where the right place on this room is. Probably.
I know because we're talking about space, you could think Airstream
yeah,
type.
yeah.
No, but this is what.
Oh, those ones. Yeah, just like a classic.
They're
yeah.
yeah.
Like a movie set trailer.
No, these are quite. These are for camping.
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah.
Like people have the movie sets.
Yeah, but like.
as like green rooms and stuff.
So they come down from land in the ocean. They put on their
Suits.
quarantine suits, and they climb up onto a naval boat. And there's the Airstream trailer, and they get straight in. And then they took it back to land. Then this
In the
Airstream,
trailers.
yeah, they're all in the trailers. Then this Airstream trailer goes into an airplane and is flown to Kennedy Space Center.
Into an.
Yeah, they
And
flew.
they can't go outside.
Yeah,
Wow.
Ah,
intense.
I just think it's so cool.
Imagine we complained about quarantining for a week in a nice house. Imagine getting in.
and no, but they had right.
Was it nice?
The amazing invention of the time. They one of the first ever microwaves.
Really?
The microwave wasn't. It was a very new thing at that time.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
See, look, here you go. Because that's President Nixon goes to goes to see them in it.
Oh, so they're in. That's.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't have their own one each.
No, they were all in the same
Oh my
one.
God.
But yeah, like so you see
Wait,
here.
so how long have they spent together already before that? Like.
Oh, well, so they had been to
4
the moon.
days to the moon.
Yeah.
They had to quarantine like I think for 24, 48 hours before they got on because they didn't want to contaminate the spaceship.
Because one of them got ill.
Yeah,
And the
I know
whole-
that. I know. I was.
That must have been a big scare about if one of them got a cold or something.
Yeah.
And they all got a cold, and the whole mission was
Well,
pointless because they were all vomiting or something like that.
because if you think there was Apollo 11,
Mm.
it was Apollo 11 that went to the moon. They've had those 10 missions prior to that building up
Failing.
to
Yeah.
that one mission.
And they had a few, like they tried an Apollo 13 crashed and like blew up in the sky, didn't it? No,
No,
Apollo
no,
13
Apollo
was the
lo-
failed mission.
No, Apollo 13 is when they went around the moon and they lost contact.
They lost what?
They
Yeah,
lo-
they
yeah,
had
they
to-
lost
they-
contact
yeah,
for
yeah.
6 minutes.
They
So
weren't.
what
They went with the ambition of
minutes.
landing on the moon, but I think they had to
They missed.
like.
Yeah.
Well, I think they had
Apollo
like a
13 is
huge
the one with the
malfunction.
Tom Hanks movie about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That, yeah.
Really enjoyed that movie.
Good movie.
Mm.
Yeah, I should watch
I
that
need
again.
to. My problem is India does not like watching space stuff. She doesn't like it. She hates
Why?
it.
It's
Charlotte
like-
doesn't like watching. Charlotte loves
is the
thrillers, like
girlfriend honesty
detective
hour.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate my girlfriend.
You what? Your right hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that just fascinates me.
Mm.
I'll keep it along the same vibe. Beetlejuice, you know, the star, the
Yeah.
to the supernova. Yeah, it burped.
It burped.
It burped
What
and
is
it
a
went.
star burp?
And so basically, how they
Is it
know.
like an actual burp?
So what happened was, I mean, essentially, yeah, because it just released a lot of gas and it burnt.
It's
But
basically what we do, isn't it?
how we know, scientists were like, where's Beetlejuice gone? It like almost disappeared, like it
Mm.
got really, really dim. And they were like, what the hell happened?
When it
All that
burst.
happened was it was a burp and it released loads of plasma, which covered it.
That's kind of cool.
That's cool. Have you seen? They're trying to like put a camera through a black hole. Have you heard about that?
No,
This is China. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
China,
This was
man.
I heard this on a podcast, but they
They just get
they
a ma-
want to be able to see if you can put a camera through a black hole to see what happens on the other side.
how would they get the data back?
I don't know.
You need a really long
This is-
cable.
We
this
don't
is
know
the
what,
thing,
what's
like,
in a black.
how-
We think we know
No,
what's
I
in a
think
black
what
hole.
they're going to do is you'd send a probe, so you know, like a telescope probe.
Didn't they were going to put something on like basically on a piece of string, put it in
Yeah.
there, and then fish it out. That's basically what they thought was going to happen. Do they just?
Yeah, but you
I-
can't
we
you
do-
can't pull anything out of a black hole
How
though.
do you
But
know
this
that?
is we don't know.
We don't
this.
know. We got to try it. How do we know anything?
It even sucks light in.
But you don't know.
We just guess.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We got to try
This is
it.
this is the
But
thing.
do people in
This is what's so cool about space. Like,
we could be proven completely wrong about
Yeah.
everything we know.
Just a black hole in itself.
imagine.
It's
a lot of-
crazy.
a lot of
Right, imagine the black hole you go through, and actually all those
Utopia.
aliens we've been talking about,
or chilling there.
all just chilling there,
Yeah.
different world.
So they're like,
microcosm universe. and-
welcome, mate. You're stuck here for eternity now.
but we'll show you around.
Imagine we sent one guy. We're like, right, bro, we're sending you up in a spaceship, and you need to tell us what's in the black hole. And then he just ends up, with all these aliens, and just, ends up becoming their king.
Taking
because he's like
space-
some different alien.
taking
They think he's the alien.
taking space drugs and all of that stuff, and reporting back, being like, "Yeah, I can't see anything yet. I'll be back in a couple months."
NASA would have definitely talked about this.
Do they just get a guy?
100%.
Do they just get guys in the room and just go,
No,
"Let's put a camera in a black hole"?
they
and just see what
definitely
happens.
hire stoners for this.
Yeah.
This is a they're
No,
like,
they just
what,
microdose
what
acid.
can they come up with?
This is such a
Let's send
Joe.
them some weed.
That's such a Joe Rogan thing. Like, if we all microdose acid, and then we all think about something in space, and then we submit it to NASA, maybe get a bit of money.
Yeah.
But on that note, I
Wouldn't-
think we should.
Is that your last
Yeah.
point? I've got
Yeah.
one more point if we want
But
to.
it's
talk
already
about
been an hour and 5 minutes.
it. Yeah, I mean,
I do need to get a little bit of work done before lunch.
Yeah.
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 And we're gonna go on a walk, just take
Yeah.
some nice pictures. But
Yeah.
you'll see it on Instagram. You probably would have already.
So
seen.
yes, good podcast there, boys. Nice one.
Back
I
to
love
space.
space.
Love
Back to
space
space.
stuff.
I love
We
space.
just have a space podcast. We just call it
Yeah.
space.
The space hour. The PMH.
Yeah,
Rogan does the MMA hour, the MMA show. We
Yeah.
we do
Space.
space hour.
I think our brains would be jelly.
We need to try
After-
and get astronauts on and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, we did that. We spoke. Did you go to the astronaut when we spoke to him at school? He was in the space station. Oh, this was sick.
it was on the
Yeah.
like live stream. Like yeah.
Yeah, we spoke to an astronaut
Yeah.
at school. It's fucking sick.
Yeah,
So
I
cool.
tried to go and they wouldn't let me.
Probably.
Like it was for like a special. I think it was it for LDev students? No offense.
No,
I
anyone could go.
went. I went.
Wait, could it?
It was
You said-
anyone. You had
Yeah.
to like RSVP.
Yeah, I think
You had to like
just-
reply to the email.
Of course, Quinn never looked at his emails probably back
now
in
it's,
school.
Now it's his job.
Well, no, I did. It's just, it just pissed me
It was
off.
cool. I mean, I wasn't that interested in it, but I was like, may as well.
Yeah. Why haven't you got to talk to an astronaut? It's sick.
Yeah, yeah. That,
But yeah.
What year was that?
I think I was in like year 10.
Nah, because he wouldn't have known about it.
True.
Well, you must have been.
I feel like it was before that. Though. I feel like he wasn't.
maybe
there.
I wasn't there.
I don't know.
I don't know. No, because it was when the new
No, yeah, it wasn't
theatre was in. So you would have been like year 12.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
Good.
thank you very much, guys.
Thanks.
It's been
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
What a way to round it off.
yeah.
And true PMH
All
style.
right, great. Bit of an awkward finish now.
Yeah.
Well, you've been saying it's awkward's going to make it more awkward.
Right, look at our socials
Yeah.
at Polar Media House and all of
TikTok,
them. We're
get
now
on
on
the TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah, get on the TikTok. There's some quality content.
Quality. This
Um,
podcast will be on
TikTok.
yeah, on
TikTok.
clips.
We're ticking those tocks off. Let's go.
Oh, God.
All right,
sorry.
Follow
See
us
ya.
at PMH. Bye.